Hello everyone and welcome to Arts Alive Preview for 2015. My name is Rick Davis and I'm the Executive Director of the Hylton Performing Arts Center in the Prince William campus of George Mason University, right near Manassas, Virginia, the heart of Prince William County. And it's our pleasure today to offer a little glimpse of what's happening at the Center for Arts Alive 2015. Arts Alive is a program that is co-sponsored by the Hylton and by Prince William County Arts Council. And we have with us the chair, the director, the president, the chief, the
head honcho is what I like.
Honcho, yeah. Of the Prince William Arts Council, Shana Burt. She's joining us today, and let's go over a little bit of the history of Arts Alive, the purpose of it, the mission, and how it's grown over the years.
Yes, so Arts Alive was originally the brainchild of just the Arts Council. We were over in Connaughton Plaza, and the theory was we needed to bring together all of the various arts organizations and artists in one place so that the residents of the county would get a chance to meet them. Because what we were finding was that a lot of members of the community just had zero idea about the vibrancy of the arts scene in the county.
How many members are in the Arts Council right
at this
now?
point, I'd say we probably are knocking on 60 members. And when I say members, I'm also including institutional members. So, for example, my group, the Old Bridge Chamber Orchestra, shameless plug, has in it, we got about 40 musicians, just us. And so when we're talking about 60 members, we're actually talking about 60 members plus.
So it's really thousands of people who are represented.
It's millions, probably millions,
yeah.
Easily.
And these groups, these arts groups are members of the Arts Council by virtue of residency in Prince William County, and
they have to have a significant portion of their activities in the county, offered to county residents. And then you don't have to be a 501c. Common misperception. Most of our members are nonprofits who have actually done the dance of getting their 501c3. But we also have individual members who are just artists doing their thing themselves. We have for-profit members as well. And then my favorite, the sort of the audience component, the friends, the patrons. We have members who are patrons as well.
And what kind of services does the Arts Council provide to the community and to its members?
Sort of twofold. First, we are in the business of nurturing and engaging the artists who are here in the county, helping them to do what they're doing better, whether that's development and marketing training or providing an outlet like Arts Alive where they can be introduced to the public, which takes us to the second function of the Arts Council, which is to help the public in this region to know what arts offerings are happening here.
And Arts Alive, of course, is a signature event that. And this is, how many years has Arts Alive been going?
I was trying to figure that out on the way here.
I think it's 4 or 5, something
easily it's got to be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe we've done probably 4 of them here at the Hylton, and then we did one that inaugural year.
And it's a lively. I think there are some 30 groups that are represented in Arts Alive. It's indoor and outdoor.
32, and that's something we want to stress this year because apparently not everyone knew to go inside the building. So yes, we have outside. We've got the showmobile, so there will be performances there. But we also have food and craft vendors, hands-on activities, all happening outside. And then if you go inside the building, you'll actually find activities happening on 4 different stages, all at the same time for the 4-hour period.
So there's performances, there's exhibitions, there's interactive things, there's stuff for kids, there's food, and it really is a 4 hours worth of really intense engagement with all kinds of different art forms. And it can be as intense as you want. You can simply wander around and sort of stop and look and move on, or you can get engaged with theater, dance, music, visual arts. What else? What am I leaving out?
You said...
poetry.
We absolutely are going to have writers
Mm-hmm.
there. So we have, the thing that we want to stress is interactivity, because what we're finding with most of the artists who are affiliated with the council is that they really are deeply engaged with their audiences. It isn't just we produce a show and you watch it and then you leave and go home, and that's, no. People are engaged. We want them volunteering. We want them performing. We want them producing works of visual arts.
So it's a chance to look under the hood.
Yes, look under the hood, decide if maybe it's for you, maybe it's for your children, if it's something that you want to get them involved in as well.
Great. We have a guest from the director of the Bull Run Cloggers here, which is one of the longest standing arts organizations in Prince William County, with a great record of distinguished performance. Frank Snyder, I'd like you to talk a little bit about the history of the Bull Run Cloggers. And you've been really all over the Western Hemisphere with your with your group.
Well, not quite the Western Hemisphere, the Eastern Seaboard anyway.
Okay.
From Reading, Pennsylvania down to Orlando, Florida, and out onto a cruise ship into the Caribbean.
Well, see, that covers the hemisphere. Getting on the cruise, getting your feet wet, as it were. So, What is clogging? Let's take it back to the beginning.
Clogging is an American folk dance. It's an extension of natural movement that you go through every day, and you just make sounds with your feet. You make music with your feet, and a lot of the steps, the names of the steps, like a rocking chair. When you look at it, it mimics the movement of a rocking chair. So it's that, and it's done to all different styles of music, whether it be hip-hop, rap, country, bluegrass, pop, even Irish music we dance to some. So there's several different genres of music there.
Having seen your group perform a number of times, there's a real joy, there's a real energy in the performance. And what does that come from? Is it just working together, or?
Comes from working together. It comes from deep down inside how you feel about it. Also, we feed off the crowd. When the crowd's enjoying it and making it known, it amps us up, and we perform even bigger. It's just the way that the dance goes, is that the more the people enjoy it, the more that we enjoy it.
If we were to dial back the clock or the calendar about 100 years, would we see clogging in barn dances, or out in fields, or in churches, or where would it be?
Actually, maybe not in the fields, but the barn dances, yes. The classic hoedown.
Yes.
Or the traditional clogging is kind of related to square dance and some of the movements and the calls, but it's still music with the feet, and they have competitions, classic clogging, traditional style, in the round, small circle, large circle, and then they also have clogging, contemporary clogging, which is more of what we do, where it's more lines and precision.
So there's a rehearsal process involved
sir.
in that. I remember I used to square dance a little bit, and I remember you learn the steps, and then the caller puts you through different combinations, and you kind of make it up as you go along a little bit.
Right.
Is that part of clogging too?
Yes, it is. In the precision world, everybody does the same step at the same time, and you do movement to that. In the traditional world of clogging, steps don't matter. It's the movement, how you change positions with your partner or interact with other members in your small circle or your large circle. The steps don't matter. They just flow with the music, whatever you feel like doing. I've seen people have literally spaghetti legs go out here and do this stuff, and it's all fun.
Your group is more of the precision.
Yes, we're more of the precision type.
Which would make sense, because I read that you've performed at Walt Disney World.
Yes, we have.
How did that come about?
A former director, Debbie Gregg, I don't remember how she heard about it, but Magic Music Days, we got selected to perform. We've been selected twice to perform there. Once in 1995, we danced on It's a Small World stage, and then in 1999, we danced at the Tomorrowland stage.
What an honor that must be.
It was. It was fun. It was exhausting. But to dance in front of all of those people, it's total strangers.
In front of people who may not be total strangers, but there'll be a large crowd watching
Right.
you. What should they expect?
High energy, good music, good time, and just in general, everybody having good fun.
And if someone wants to join the Bull Run Cloggers, how do they
ask
that?
any of us after the show, or actually before the show if we're available, but most of the time it'll be after the show. And then also they can go to our website, bullruncloggers.org. And Bull Run Cloggers is all one word, by the way.
Good.
And then also you could hit us up on Facebook, Bull Run Cloggers.
Terrific. And that kind of gets to the point that Shana, you were making earlier about how part of the purpose of Arts Alive is to actually meet the artists and
Yes.
actually interact with them and figure out if this might be something you want to take on.
Engage with them, pet them. You can pet the
Yes,
artists if you
yes.
do it gently.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's fact, yes.
Okay, excellent. I've seen it happen. Well, good. Thank you very much, Frank, for being with us today.
Thank you, sir.
And we will now take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to the director of the Edgemoor Art Studio. Welcome back to Arts Alive Preview 2015. We are looking at another aspect of the Arts Alive kaleidoscope, and that is the visual arts. And we have Ruth Johnson, who's the director of the Edgemoor Art Studio, with us. Thank you for being here. Tell us, first of all, again, a little bit about your program at Edgemoor and where it's located, and then we'll talk a little bit about what you're doing at Arts Alive.
The studio is Edgemoor Art Studio in Lake Ridge, Virginia. We're located in Tackett's Mill Center. And we've been there for now about 8 months and in business for about 5.5 years. And basically we're a studio especially for children. And so we have children in our studio from 3 years old up to college level. And we start the little kids out with the introduction to drawing and painting when they can come with their parents. And then it goes all the way up to classes preparing the older kids for Woodbridge High School, some of the local art magnet schools, and also for college for their portfolio prep. We have Saturday classes, homeschool classes, evening classes, after school classes, and special workshops. It's a very busy place, and it's a wonderful place full of lots of love and art and creating fun. It just never ends.
Oh, that's wonderful. And at Arts Alive, now you're I was going to call it a booth, but it's really more than that. You sort of take over a large swath of the territory because your class is so popular. Tell us about what you offer.
Well, actually, it all started with just wanting to reach out to the community. It's very important to myself and Edgemoor Art Studio in general to be a part of the community and not just be someone that's doing art by ourselves. So I really wanted my company to be out there in the community, reaching out and promoting basically the arts in Prince William County. So with Arts Alive, that's a terrific opportunity. And I was very, very excited to become part of that. And basically we have a painting station for children. And I have to say it started out with 1 or 2 tables on a very, very blustery, windy day.
Yes, I remember
with all the
tents were
paper
falling over everywhere. Yeah.
Right, exactly, and all the paper was blowing everywhere. And then the energy is amazing from it. And so adults and children alike can just browse around and it's completely free, as is Arts Alive itself. And so the children can come up and draw and paint. And as I mentioned before, which is very popular now, a lot of the children want to do other things. So each year, for the last, I believe, 4, and this is the 5th year, I think, we have to bring many, many more boards and all sorts of different media. So we have chalk pastels and oil pastels and watercolor painting and things for the children, little children to do as well. And each year we've seen it grown from 1 table to now I think we have 6 6-foot tables, and we take over the whole
the whole parking lot practically. It's
and
really
it's just
wonderful.
a beautiful, beautiful sight to see, and it's free, and there's so much energy because of the rest of Arts Alive. There's music going on, and there's art going on, and so
and you
the
see
kids
the
are
kids
creating.
looking at each other's work and the parents, and it's just really a
It's
wonderful
a fabulous thing. It's a
addition.
fabulous, wonderful day for all of the community, and it really completely underscores what Prince William Arts Council is trying to do.
That's wonderful. And it's I know that folks will come out. They don't have to bring anything, right? They can just bring themselves.
Bring themselves and your creativity and sit
Yes.
down
Right.
or stand up,
and
whatever you
any
want to do.
experience or no experience or
No experience needed. There isn't any experience needed to be creative.
That's wonderful. Tell us. You were telling us a story before we went on the air about a work, a piece that was created at Arts Alive. Was it last year that made its way back into your?
Actually, now you mention it, actually it was the first year.
The first year.
And I was actually wondering about just reflecting on the wonderful stories of Arts Alive over the last 4 years and how fantastic it's been to be there. And I have 2 brand new students who shall remain nameless, but they started at the studio last week, a couple of twins. And one of them suddenly looked at me and said, "Miss Johnson, I think I know you from Arts Alive."
Oh, how
And I said, "Well, maybe you do." And so she said, "Do you remember me?" Which is the wonderful thing about children.
Yes.
Because they so love their teachers, they honestly think you remember them, and I do. And I said, "I sort of remember your face." And she said, "I painted a picture," and I said, "Spring." And
That's
she said,
amazing.
"Yes," and I wrote the word spring across my painting.
That is
And I
amazing.
said, "I have that." And that was
Oh,
just
wow.
actually just this week. And I said, that was the first Arts Alive. She has that picture still, and I have it on my cell phone.
That's terrific. You're going to bring it to Arts
Yes, I
Alive.
will.
Yes,
And actually, all of them
yes.
are coming. And that's another thing I just wanted
That's
to mention
wonderful.
also, is that the other terrific way that this helps children, I think, is that they go and they visit all of the other art exhibits, being students of mine.
Yes.
They visit the other art exhibits, they listen to the wonderful music and take advantage of the workshops that you've had there in the past. And also, a lot of my teenagers will sit and draw for the public and do face painting and things like that, but they also assist in the whole day to understand that this is what community is about, and it's not just doing it for yourself, it's reaching out
that's
into the
terrific.
community.
It's a massive volunteer effort to make Arts Alive happen, so we're so
Yes.
grateful for the participation
Yes, and they're all
of
fabulous,
the arts
of course.
community. Well, terrific. Thank you. Now,
You're welcome.
Shana, turning back to you for a closing argument, if you
Yes,
will.
ready.
The Arts Alive is a big community project, as we've talked about. It also has some wonderful sponsors
Yes.
that have worked with us.
Yes, specifically United Bank and Novec. They make it possible for this event to be at the Hylton, for it to be free, and for us to be able to take really all afternoon, from noon until 4, to make all of these art offerings possible.
Noon until 4 on what day?
We're going to be on Saturday, May 2nd. So the 2nd of May, that first Saturday in May, from noon until 4. We'll have activities for the kids and adults, childish adults, if that's what you're into.
That's us.
And also, so I include myself, we'll have dancing, we'll have, I believe belly dancers will be there in addition to the cloggers, we'll have theatrical works, we'll have a mime troupe wandering around, Pied Piper, theater, face painting. And so, so all of this is going to be free, and literally, were it not for United Bank and Novec, it would not be possible. So we're eternally grateful.
Well, very good. Well, thank you to you and Ruth and Frank, who's off camera, and thank you for watching this Arts Alive Preview 2015. Once again, it's 12 to 4, May 2nd, 2015, at the Hylton Performing Arts Center. Come early, come often, stay late, eat, paint, clog. It'll be fun. Thanks for watching.